We are fucked in terms of age of consent bullshittery. Basically, to be an adult, it means to be 18 in most locations. Why does the age of consent have to be changed? Shouldn't it be 18? Because then we'll have less people going after children because, oh, you're allowed to go fuck the person who is that age most times. Because that's all anyone sees the age of consent as. They say, oh, do you consent to getting fucked? And then they fuck them, and then they're called a predator. The Romeo and Juliet law mostly applies to Texans whenever I Googled it here in America. I have seen nowhere else use the Romeo and Juliet law, which means 3 years of an age gap between a minor. Why are we applying that? To our knowledge, Romeo and Juliet didn't actually fuck. It was just a written part of the story that, oh yeah, they did, but they didn't. And it's all confusing because I see multiple different versions of it. It's like the Bible. You'll find several different versions of it rewritten over time because some of it didn't fit the time period and whatnot. And now people are trying to apply an age rule, but according to the play, not once of their ages actually get fully mentioned of how we have our ages set. Therefore, I don't really think personally that that should be applied anymore. But no one's going to want to listen to some random guy on the internet saying that the age of consent doesn't mean you're an adult. Means the fact that they are trying to protect the kids, they're not protecting those who they actually should be protecting, the minors, those under the age of 18. And because the age of consent, wouldn't that mean that any 18 plus instances that they're not allowed to go to, like like some bars in the UK and some strip clubs in America, there's so much that says, hold up, if you're an adult, you have to be 18. But the age of consent is being changed to that of Oklahoma's age of consent. This is the reason why I've had a problem with the age of consent for years. What was the purpose of me getting an IED then? If it's not to identify that I'm 18 or older, or that when I turn 21, that it's when I'm 21. Like, what? What the fuck? What is wrong with the world in saying, oh, this is fine. Let's go let everyone be 16 and be allowed to go fuck because they're not looking at what society is actually doing to those that are age of consent. They're having a relationship, meeting up in places, but isn't 17 and 18 like 17 and 16 both under the age of an adult? Like, make it make sense. What is wrong with you guys? I'm hearing about that the UK had changed their age of consent to 16. You're trying to protect the kids, but you're not protecting the kids. You're making them more vulnerable to predators. I know, as a society, we should probably decide what the best age of consent is, but personally, I see it as adults, because at least there's a high chance they'll be out of high school. And now you're saying high schoolers can now basically fuck. In my state, it was fine, but when I asked my brother about it, even when he was 18, he still didn't feel like dating anybody younger than him. Even when he was over the age, yeah, 16-year-olds, he didn't see it worth it because he saw them still as minors. Because that's by most laws that I've known have it stated that to be an adult, you have to be 18. Are we protecting kids? Or are we just creating new pedophiles? Because that's all I'm seeing. And to talk about people going after children, I decided to try something new. Um, it's half new to me because this is a person who I've known to be a child YouTuber for years. A Minecraft YouTuber known by the name of Unspeakable. He's one of the good people I liked growing up and has only shown good content, but growing up I slowly got away from him because his content just didn't interest me anymore. I was not interested in the roleplay YouTubers. But seeing in ones like Aphmau still going strong enough to make toys for their children audience that they know they're making, I say they can continue doing that because they're doing good stuff for the children, entertaining stuff for the children. And when I tried looking up Fat Minecraft stuff just out of curiosity, because I know there were like a few mods out there that could do that because of the communities I was once in, some of them I left, some of them I'm still in. VR chat side, left all of those because I'm done with that bullshit. But when I saw none, only like one video talking about it. And it was more about weight loss than weight gain. It was like, oh, let me just go ahead and lose this weight. And it was considered a dream. It didn't stay. And YouTubers like Stampy made children's content to the point where he made an activity book. I got that book, and all the stuff in it, I gotta say, was really good stuff for the children. Because I still have a bit of child left in me enough to go look at some of them. And when I tell you that it's good, it was just good. Not the best, but for somebody trying to make activity stuff for children, they're doing good. They're protecting the kids by making sure that they'll find them first. They put out videos to become popular, to protect the kids. Then you have YouTubers like LankyBox, who don't do it for the kids, who do it for the money. The ones I've seen do it for the kids have heavily shown that they support the children themselves and the children come first. LankyBox doesn't even care. Because when they did a video over something that shouldn't have been shown to the kids, they didn't even try saying it was ketchup or anything. They didn't even censor it. Head decapitated. And what they say? Oh, that's blood. What? LankyBox has been second to kids, first to money. I'd never liked LankyBox because I've seen a few videos through other people talking about it. The stuff that they're doing is not child friendly. My cousin thankfully stopped going to LankyBox and started watching other YouTubers. He's gone into Minecraft and he's only 6 years old. I also used to be young enough to get into Minecraft to the point where I have Minecraft books that are now outdated. I can't hand any of them over because of how old they are. And because most of them are talking about Java, not Bedrock. Bedrock is completely different from Java, and the fact that the weapon system, the combat system is two different things. Many people say, oh, it doesn't do this damage. I don't think that anybody's actually bothered to double check to see if it does or doesn't. Because people say, oh, the Diamond Sword does 7 damage now. No, it depends on the version you're playing. 360? No, it still did 8. That was the last update, the aquatic update. People don't bother to fact check their stuff or to double check. Hey, what's our laws? Why is the age of consent dropping? Why you drop the age of consent? From what I heard, Japan at once had it 12 years old. They changed it up to 18. Most places I've heard to be an adult, you have to be 18 or older. And to be finally called an adult, you have to be out of high school. Most people can graduate by the age of 18. Sometimes younger, but very rarely. And you're telling me somebody who just starts high school can basically be fucked? Why? Because the age of consent usually means, yeah, they can start dating. Most people see it as, let's go fuck. What's wrong with you people? This is not okay. You're saying the age of consent is, like, younger than the age of an adult. Make it make sense. I don't see any sense. What is wrong with you people? My state has already been fucked up as is. It's Oklahoma. Make it make sense. Because with all these different ages of consent, you have people on the internet saying the age of consent is 18 because they want it to be 18. Florida, if you ever dare change it, I will be upset with you because they have their shit together. Yeah, all their laws are already mentioned, and every police report that happens is put out there. They're open about their laws. They're not hiding it from others, saying, oh, you're not allowed to learn about our laws until the actual case is finished. No, they'll tell you as the case is going on. It's one reason why I like Florida more. They're so actually more like America should be, where they're not hiding shit. They'll show you. Bad part is, to my knowledge, there probably is ICE there. Talking about the group of people that try to, well, I'm just gonna be blunt with it. They're being racist and taking people who don't belong. Which, if you didn't know America, this was built on immigration. and they're saying they're illegal immigrants. By definition, that means they haven't had time to be here to be people. There was a loophole that, yeah, they were abusing, but at the same time, children. I heard of a few cases where children were being accused of hopping the border. What? Why? This type of bullshit where, oh, these people, we're trying to protect the kids, but then you let shit like this happen. They almost didn't get the chance if it wasn't for the fact that their parents came in with reports saying, hey, they were born here. Not all of them get that chance. Are we really protecting kids at this point? Or are we just throwing them to the wolves? Because that's what it feels like. We're just throwing them to the wolves. We are not protecting them. What is what is wrong with you people? Where's the actual protection of children? Where where are we actually keeping people safe? I'm not seeing it. We live in a fucked up society, and there's nothing we can really do about it. I'm trying to by making these videos saying we need to make it make sense because you're an adult. That should be the age of consent, is it not? If you're above the age of 18, you should be an adult. I just got shoved a YouTube ad with pornography in it. What? And you're saying that the app is safe enough for children to be on it now. What? Make it make sense. Somebody. Tell me how this makes any form of sense of why the age of consent isn't 18 everywhere. Because this is stupid. People falsely call pedophiles because, oh, you're dating a 16-year-old. First thing they look up is what is the age of consent? Because of how Google usually works, your local location tells you that. Oh, it's 16. Where the child could be, they might live in Florida and that might say, no, you can't. And no one's trying to make sense of this. The internet fucking exists. Get in touch with the world for fuck's sake. But here we are just throwing that to the wind as if it doesn't exist. Well, what's wrong with the world today? Are we not really trying to keep in mind that the other parts of the world exist? Long distance relationships can exist. Are we not actually staying in touch with society itself and just saying, oh, let's make these laws? We're not protecting kids. We're endangering them. I I wish I could make it make sense, but there's no way I can. This is some fucked up pedophilia shit, and no one's bothered to actually look at it. They're ignoring it. Because there's one moment I did a role play with somebody that was 17, and people got mad at me. He lived in Texas. The age of consent is 17. I'm in Oklahoma, as I had stated previously. 16 is the age of consent here. So, with a role play as simple as that, was it really that fucked up? By our laws, it aligned for 17 is allowed. And it was just a love-like role play where we didn't actually love each other. It was a role play to make him at least feel what a relationship was like, and that was it. It wasn't actually me dating him. That was several years ago. And they tried twisting his words to get him in harm's way. He even tried telling her, leave him out of it, but she still wouldn't, she would still persist, endangering said child. The child is the one that asked me to do it. So which side of this is really at fault? The one endangering the child, or the one that started it? Because if it's the one that started it, that would be the child. They'd be in the wrong. But how the fuck are they supposed to know? They looked at their age of consent and oh, said, oh, 17, I'm allowed to do it. Like, what the fuck? Can we all just unanimously say it is 18? Because both places say to be an adult is roughly 18. That is the oldest I've heard. Now, if we want to go an extra step further and say because we want to involve alcohol in it, let's go ahead and say 21 because of America's laws are 21 or older. because that, to my knowledge, has been the oldest age to drink any form of alcohol. Can we have that? Because then that will protect people. They'll protect the actual children. Where they say if you date anybody under this age, you are hereby sentenced to prison or trial to see what actually happened. And the child in question will be as well. And messages between both people will be looked at. Deleted and not deleted images, text, all that. To ensure if the children are actually safe between those people. And for internet usage, don't let the children on. If they're under the age of 12, do they really need to be on uncensored internet? Most people won't even bother to look at, oh, age of consent is the way how we're going to protect people. They're using AI to identify people in Europe, or at least in the UK. I don't think this is a safe option for us to do. As a society, we're fucked. Age verification, I understand the necessary need for that. I've been through a Discord server that had two methods of it. I went through one method, did it, got done with it, got in. And then I hear about the method that some kid actually managed to bypass the age verification on VRChat. Yeah, no surprise. I might let the know about it and reveal the said child in question. Because if it actually is a child, then oops, VRChat didn't double check. This is one reason why I think for IDs we need to have verified ID usage. Such as saying, oh, this person is confirmed to be a child, or oh, this person is confirmed to be an adult, based around one thing: ID database. Because when we take a picture, I thought we would have our pictures would be put into a database where they could use it at any time that the government felt necessary. I guess that's the reason why mugshots exist instead of using our IDs to verify us. They don't use IDs. Mugshots are how they identify us. That's it. So our IDs are more or less useless, only to identify us as people. I was told through high school that our ID is a good way to notify us if we're dead. Well, if there's no database for it, then what is the purpose of an ID? Just to make sure, oh hey, this face match is supposed to go for this person. People can swap around IDs. Then what? You'd accuse them of lying about all their stuff. I just make this make sense. Because the UK sure as hell won't. They're trying to protect the kids, but then throw them to the wolves. Under the age of 18. What is the age of adulthood now? If the age of consent is 16 for those in Europe, or at least in the UK, who really needs the help? The children or the adults? Why lower? It should be raised, never lowered. What the fuck? We're all doomed as a society. If hell and heaven exist, everyone who actually agrees with it being 16 has a high chance of ending up in hell, according to most people who read the Bible and claim that, oh yeah, pedophilia is okay. Like, because many people have stated that there was pedophilia in the Bible, but I have yet to find it. I recently got me a Bible a few months ago, or almost a year-ish. No, a few months, now I think about it. I went to my Christian-based a store, picked up a red text Bible. It's called Red Letter. I've been looking for red text for so long, I didn't realize it was red letter. All this just says we're fucked as people. Try to make this make sense though. Should be 18, but it isn't. Make it make sense. Make us protect the kids, because I don't see any protection of children. I've seen people go so extreme to actually get a food banned that I'm just confused. It was Kinder Eggs in America being banned because children are choking on it. Well, watch your darn fucking kids. Why weren't you paying attention to what they were holding? Because if you listen carefully, there was a rattle. There was something inside that. It wasn't just a cracked egg. If you look all around, were there any dents in it? No. Child chokes on egg. Why do they eat the whole egg first off? It's hollow. I say that with quotation marks because you can hear rattling. The packaging was clear enough, but apparently that wasn't enough. Sheep's lung I can understand. The nicknamed cheese that was nicknamed maggot cheese, I understand that as well. I'm upset that haggis we can't have because of proper warnings. But I haven't seen a single person say that was an issue when they were making haggis. Like, there's no issues with sheep's lung. We have sheep's lung here, but we're not allowed to use it. We're not allowed to cook with it. Make it make sense. Because that doesn't make much sense, FDA. But do you actually care about our safety? No. You care about what makes other people happy. Because there are ways to extract a lung without having stomach acid be a part of it. Because first off, I don't think to my knowledge that that would even spread that far. Honestly, the bag of cheese makes sense because you don't want no bugs in food. That I understand. Because people have a fear against bugs, and that cheese would not be allowed any around anywhere near any other types of food because of the fear of those maggots getting into anything else. That I completely understand. But haggis? The age of consent? Those I don't understand. Make it make sense. As American, this is not making sense. As somebody who wants to actually protect the kids, I'm not seeing any kids being protected. Put in harm's way, if anything. Make it make sense, please. I'm extremely confused.